Dumb Blonde Teachers podcast.
The podcast where three blonde teachers in their mid to late 20s
tried to navigate life, boys and books and wanted to bring you along for the ride.
So are you a dumb blonde teacher?
Well, strap up, ladies. It's time for CPD outside of the classroom.
Let's do this.
Woo! Let's go. For the second time. So the music will be fading out.
Our little
A little intro.
theme tune that we did last time.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Dumb Blonde Teachers podcast. First things first, we just wanted to introduce ourselves a little bit more. Obviously the podcast name speaks for itself. We are three dumb blonde teachers.
Less of the dumb.
Maybe not. In today's episode, you'll actually find out why we're so dumb. So prepare for that. But firstly, we wanted to talk about what we're going to be calling each other on this podcast, because we are teachers, obviously. We are in the classroom and we don't want our real names out on the internet for obvious reasons. So we have come up with pseudonyms. And we are going to be
vocabulary.
using these. Exactly, yeah. Use that vocabulary grid. Yeah, so we're going to go around and introduce ourselves as our fake names.
Pseudonyms.
So firstly, hello, I am Rose.
Oh, I see. So I don't know. I thought you were going to explain more about you and who you are.
Oh,
but...
I'm a teacher.
I've actually forgotten what mine is.
Oh.
That's the dumb in me.
Good start.
What's mine? Oh, yeah, that's it. Yes, so I'm Lily.
And I'm Poppy.
So I, Rose, am a teacher in a lower school. So I teach the littlies.
Me, Lily. That's me. I teach at an upper school, so they're a little bit older.
So me, Poppy, teach at sixth form.
Pop, sweet.
So we're teaching the oldies.
So we've got a range of experience in the classroom and beyond, and we're going to share that knowledge and wisdom with you throughout the course of this podcast. So if you are ready to learn about
Absolutely nothing. I'm not teaching after school, I'm sorry.
No.
okay, if you want entertaining and to hear about how ridiculous our lives are, then
Please rejoice with us.
yeah,
Choice.
enjoy.
Amen.
So
First thing on the
Tea.
agenda, first bit of tea.
spill the tea.
One,
Of course there's an agenda. We are teachers after
What are the
all.
learning objectives?
I'm going to tell you a story.
Oh, story
So
time,
make sure you've got your
favourite.
listening ears on and your
Eyes
voices
looking.
off. So this story starts,
In
I would
Mackey's.
say, a solid 3 months ago in McDonald's drive-through. Now,
Classic.
me and
Poppy.
Poppy have lots of experiences in the McDonald's drive-through that I'm sure we can tell you about at some
You've
point.
been through many a time.
Many a time.
Many
It's
a
bit of
Many
a-
a time with a bit sad, excited to get a McFlurry.
Yeah, when
Bad-
it's dark and
A
cold.
bad day at work.
Yeah, McFlurry hit, other than the last one didn't, but not the point. So
The
we
Galaxy.
No, it was M&M,
Oh.
and it just smelled a bit like
They're
sick.
gritty. It smells like sick, and it's just literally like eating grit. There's no flavour. It's just
I
grit.
really want
but
a McFlurry
come
now.
Come
Yeah,
at me if
I
you
will.
disagree.
McDonald's sponsor.
Yeah. This is not a paid ad, by the way, but if
After
you
we
do want to
just
pay
make
us,
them.
please get in touch.
I'll do it for 20 nuggets.
I'll do it for McFlurry right
I'm
now.
sick.
Anyway. Okay, so we were in the drive-through and we were just talking about making a podcast. You know, playing with the idea and no,
Poppy.
Poppy
And Poppy.
Oh god, I got that loud.
said, sorry listeners, Poppy said something that changed the course of history. What did you say, Poppy?
Not everyone needs a podcast.
And I thought, you know what? Amen. Amen.
But
Not
Jesus,
everyone
There's so many out
needs
there.
a podcast.
There's so many podcasts out there, but I feel like this is different. This hits different.
But you know why this hits different?
I want to know.
You do know. We were given
do know.
a sign.
From the gods.
From
At
the
Halfords.
Halfords gods
The
themselves.
gods at Halfords. God bless him, whoever he was.
So, me and Lily were trying to have a really, really lovely day.
Wholesome Sunday.
We had so much planned. We
So
went for a
many nice
walk, didn't
plans.
we?
Yeah.
And then my car got a flat.
Before we were about to go get our ingredients for a Sunday roast. Sunday roast, hint being that supermarkets close at 4 and it was, what time was it?
4:45 maybe.
Yeah, 3:30 it was when we started to try leave, and I think the supermarket was maybe like 15-minute drive away, so we were cutting it short for time. A bit like when we do our planning really, but this day was not planned.
So yeah, we noticed that my tyre was flat. After a little bit of a meltdown, we went to a garage to try and just pump it up, and
It ran out.
Ran out.
It ran out. You can't. And then we went the wrong way.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because I actually didn't know where we were, and Poppy, no, Rose. Is it Rose? Rose, sorry. And Rose thought I knew where I was going, so she thought I directed her.
Yeah, we thought each other knew where we were going.
Rose knew where she was going because she was driving with like conviction. She was just driving around this little town. I was like, oh, she knows this place really well. I was like, oh, I didn't think it was this way. And she went, oh, I thought you know where it was. And I was like, well, no. So we pull into this like wrong turn kind of garage, you know, looked a bit dodgy.
I was so confused what you meant then.
Have you seen the film Wrong Turn?
Yeah, when they're all like ugly, down and out. No, I don't know what the word is. They're all like little
They're
scary...
disformed. They're disformed, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like because their family's inbred.
Yeah.
I do not know what you're talking about.
It's actually terrifying.
It's really scary.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Digress.
We digress. But anyway, we realised we were lost and the tyres were deflating more quickly and supermarkets were getting close to closing and I really want this Sunday roast.
I'm sure it was 4 o'clock at this point.
Yeah, because we were going to the place that opened later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one.
That sounds so sus.
There's one
Yeah,
near
but
us. I don't want to say the
later.
town name.
Oh,
So there was this one place that opened at 4:30. Till 4:30.
No, till 5.
Oh, till 5, you're right.
Yeah, but it was like a half an hour.
It was half an hour drive. At this point, it was our only hope. I really wanted that roast dinner.
So we drove all the way to this town, half an hour away, to go to this Asda that closed at 5. And then I was like, oh my god, there is a Halfords next door. And Halfords had actually changed that tyre of mine.
That deflated 2 days later.
Yeah, like that weekend. So we were like, right, let's go Halfords. So we, when I say it was like a film scene, I was like, skrrr, into the car park.
I was
like,
scared for my life.
Slammed on the brakes, jumped out the car, like ran into Halfords, and they were just closing. And I was like, look, my tyre's flat. And then they were like, okay, well, we just don't really do tyres here. It's more of a shop.
Yeah, so basically, Rose had got it done at Alfred's Auto Centre. You know, a garage. This was Alfred's shop. So, didn't know the difference, apparently.
Come on, then.
Apparently I'm
Come
just
out now.
stupid. It's the dumb blonde in me.
It is the dumb blonde in you.
So then we kind of batted our eyelashes a little bit, and they were like, okay, we'll come and have a look.
at it.
So the guy's doing, he was just pumping it up for me, and he was like, yeah, it's probably slow puncture, you're going to have to go to the auto centre.
Yeah, he's like, times how much air was in it, and it was way less
so
than
bad.
what we thought.
It was like 3.
It was 3 PSI?
Sure.
Yeah, PSI. Is that
PSI?
is that an artist?
Feminist.
Yeah,
KSI.
Oh, KSI.
Wow, ladies.
You totally don't get out much. Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
Sorry,
so it was
sorry.
3 KSI.
Okay. No, PSI. I'm confused now.
And then, so he filled it up for me.
Anyway, we were just saying random things. We were just going through our day.
We were like back and forthing, just chatting while he did it.
Yeah.
And he turned.
And he was like, Christ. Now, this is the guy that like has no confidence in anything.
Oh,
you know?
he was a bit nervous, bless him.
He was so nervous. And I think he very, very quickly got relaxed listening to us talk about absolute random stuff. He was like, Christ, he was like, you two should have a podcast. And with that, we looked at each other and
We went, yeah,
Rose was like, do you know
We
what?
should.
We should.
we should.
She was like, me and Poppy were talking about this. She was like, and I was like, I would. That was it.
And here we
The
are.
baby was born.
Well,
Jesus Christ is here on earth.
was that it, Lily? Was that it? Or was there more to this story?
There's absolutely more to the story.
Should we next talk about what happened at the petrol station? Right after this, mind you. So we went and bought our ingredients for Sunday dinner, and then on the way back to the flat, I ran out of petrol.
Oh my god. Naturally, not only a flat tyre, also fuel was out of the car. Because naturally being a teacher, Poppy is obviously so organised in getting the food for the Sunday roast before the shops close.
The issue is I'm so busy sorting everything out for the children.
Literally, and this is what we say, you just kind of forget your own life. Your own needs.
Exactly. So, we were at the petrol station, and I don't really know how or why this happened, but Lily said, I'll fill it up for you. And I don't know why, because I was stood right next to her, next to my car, and for some reason Lily was filling it up. Anyway, so she puts the petrol thing in, presses the button. The petrol starts
I don't get how that happened.
pouring out of my petrol cap all over me, all over her, all over the floor and the car. And we were like, what the actual...
That's a nice thing because you were stressed. I was like, let me help. And I just made you more stressed.
Anyway, so I was like, oh my god, we were like obviously crying and laughing. You needed a wee, didn't you?
Yeah, really badly. I was bursting.
And then she's like, right, okay. So she puts it back in and does the same thing.
But can I just please explain?
But you have to hold down
this
the trigger.
Yeah, she
petrol
was
cap
holding it down.
thing was really
That
odd.
makes no sense.
No, it was like a lift door, the petrol cap. It was like a metal cover, and I didn't really know what to do with it.
Do you know, it isn't anything out of the ordinary.
I mean, I
don't.
Like, you open the petrol cap.
Mine just has a hole, and you just put it in the hole. Okay. I'm sorry. Is that how it works? The petrol cap was closed.
No, it wasn't. So what it is that you unscrew the petrol cap and there's like a metal flap that you have to push the
Good old flaps.
the thing through, and it opens anyway. And Lily was just resting it against it and pressing the button.
I was going, oh, maybe it's automatic when liquid comes out.
My car doesn't. My car doesn't even have aircon. You think it's got automatic petrol flaps?
when the liquid touches it.
Oh my god! I literally drove that car. How far did we go to Pembrokeshire? 600-mile round trip with no oil.
I could have died.
We
could have
died.
Yeah.
That does worry me.
It was so scary. Well,
we were sat there, minding our own business with our Doritos and dip.
not having a clue that there was
Does it not tell you
no.
that it
The
needs
car was
oil?
on its last leg.
Huh?
Does it not tell you when it needs oil?
It didn't.
It doesn't tell you how your car is.
My car always tells me. I mean,
Really?
it's telling me right now it needs service. I'm like, yeah, thank you for letting me know. I'm not.
I'm a teacher. What do you want me to
I'll
do?
be back to you when I have time to go get a service.
So after covering us in petrol, we
The
finally...
car stank.
It was awful. And all my clothes, my denim, I was wearing thick denim jeans and denim jacket and everything, and it was just...
She was braving it, yeah.
awful. And then we started laughing because we called our friend who we were meeting for Sunday dinner at my flat.
Goodness.
And he was like, we were like, oh yeah, you're driving, aren't you? And he's like, no, I'm on an electric scooter. We're like,
he
you're
thought
what?
I would be driving, so we live near each other. And he was like, oh, I just thought I could grab a lift back with you. And I was like, but I'm not driving.
Because I picked her
Because
up.
Poppy picked me up, and, which is a great time. This would never have happened if she hadn't. And he was like, oh. He was like, so then Poppy then had to give us both the lift home in her broken car.
Oh, and this is when the brakes were bad. No, it had been fixed.
No,
It
the
had
brakes
just
had been fixed. You had no aircon or any heating.
I mean, that's not unusual.
No radio. Was there a radio?
There is a radio.
There is a radio.
There wasn't a radiator. I only got that
That's
fixed
the radio.
yesterday.
So that's the one, not radio.
Yeah.
Mixing my sounds.
Yeah, my radiator. I don't know what happened. My car was just making some real strange noises.
Yeah.
And I went to Halfords.
Good
And
old Halfords.
he looked at good old Halfords, MVPs. And he looked at my radiator. He was like,
does.
"Yeah, your radiator's gone." I was like, "What do you mean it's gone?" I thought he literally meant it fell out.
It gone.
I didn't
It
know.
disappeared.
No idea how
That's
big a
what I would've
radiator
thought.
is. Looking back, I've now seen a radiator, and I know that it can't just fall out. I think it would cause a
I
big
actually
crash.
don't know what
but
they look like.
they are literally like a radiator. It's so weird.
Oh, that is.
Yeah,
Where is it in your car?
right at the front.
Is it in the hood? Is
In
that
the
what it's
hood?
called? In the hood.
It's like in front of that, like the bonnet.
Oh, like little teeth at the front of your car.
No, I can't. I really can't explain it.
You know, like on that Cars film when they've got teeth.
Yeah, do you ever look at cars and
Think they look like faces. Oh my god, all the
I
time.
thought it was just me being slightly.
No, that's what I mean. That's like
simple.
teeth. That's how it's like the teeth at the front.
Kind of. It's like, you know, the grills.
The grills.
The grills at the beginning. The grills in the hood. Behind there. I can see mine now because I used to have a black one because my car's black and the mechanic fitted a silver one. So now you can see.
Naturally.
But you know what? I think it gives the car character.
Sorry, can we please go back to Halfords? It was so funny because when he was trying to find
Wait,
the
try again because I don't know what you're saying.
When you say Mr. Halfords, God, he's going to feel so impressed being called Mr. Halfords.
Oh my god, should we go to Halfords and tell him about the podcast?
Yeah.
That we've called him Mr. Halfords. Like, that's a pretty big
Yeah.
name.
Raise.
Halford sponsor.
Justice for Halford.
Please, for free MOTs, if you don't mind. We're
I
gonna
get
need
free.
them.
I'm a premium. Halfords
Okay, they're not
member.
free. You've already paid for them. Anyway.
Don't remind me. I don't know.
And he's like trying to look for the valve for her tyre, and he had to pull the tyre off, the tyre middle cover off to get.
That's when you know it's you're driving a tin can.
But you know what the worst thing is?
How that-
He couldn't get it back on. And he was like hitting it. And he's already a bit awkward, this poor lad, and we're both stood there.
Oh, I was literally, oh my god, your tyre's now broken as well.
It is a bit cracked, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just not bothered enough to do anything about it. Anyway, do you wanna, I don't know if I've even told you this, Lily, and another level to this story.
That I wasn't even aware of.
The tyre obviously was going down.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, hang on. I'm a bit anyway, it doesn't matter. That's just me trying to connect dots in my head. So, I finally went to Quick Fit because I got a bit scared of Halfords. Because I accidentally forgot I had an appointment. I don't know if I've made this on the internet. I forgot I had an appointment and I didn't go.
That literally doesn't matter. I bet that happens all the time.
They're not going to know who you are because you're the one person in the whole world that's forgotten their appointment.
They literally do not care.
As soon as you come in, they're like,
That's that bitch. That forgot. Blacklisted.
No, they'll be like, oh god, yeah, no appointment. I'll get a 50-minute tea break.
Yeah, literally. There's like a wanted post on the wall. Asbo. So yeah, I went to Quick Fit because and they do these like free tyre checks. I was like, okay, my tyre keeps going down.
Oh, that's good.
I'll pop in, maybe they can just fix a puncture because I thought it was a puncture. So he comes back like 3 minutes later and he's like, have you hit a curb really hard recently?
You did say that to me.
I was like, I mean,
you do.
I do quite regularly, so I couldn't recall a single incident.
All of this you did not tell me before I chose to get in the car with you.
And then he was like, yeah, because the valve on your tyre...
I said that to you.
Yeah, it's bent at such a weird angle, like you must have hit a curb and it's actually leaking. And then, so the guy at Halfords that had to take the whole thing off, he shouldn't have had to do that.
Oh.
He must have been like, what the fuck is this, like...
No way.
Old car, yeah. So then, the guy at Quick Fit, they just replaced the valve for me completely free.
Oh my god, that's really nice.
So good. And I was like, it's such a really good job. Because that morning, my life is just like this. That morning, I'd been at the petrol station to fill it up with air because I was like, I'm not going to get to school with a complete flat. And then the machine wasn't taking card. I was like, who's got a quid in the pocket, really? So I had to just drive to school with a flat tyre.
Oh my gosh.
And then, but I left the valve cap at the petrol station. So I was like, it's a really good job that he's giving me a new valve because actually I left it at the petrol station. It's probably still, I bet if I went now, 3 weeks later, it's still there.
And we are teaching the youth of your future, people. Aren't you happy?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Yeah, but I've done that before. I've broken my valve. Literally know when you went intended there, but that is quite common. Because I remember yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
I mean,
Or
maybe
you just racked with
maybe
smiles.
I just hit curbs as well. I don't think I've hit a curb in a while though.
I'm just a girl.
Anyway, guys, you've heard enough about our valves and curbs.
Yeah, this is turning into an episode
Curbs,
about
holes and
cars.
The full Muncie.
Oh no.
And that's just the cars.
We have another story to tell you
Do we?
before we wrap up, just to talk about, to give you more of an idea of who we are as people. And what level of intellect you can expect on this
We are
podcast.
much more than the bulbs, okay? We are much more.
Okay.
I'm not sure about me, but
So, Poppy,
I'm scared.
take it away with the story about Daddy Charles.
Oh, Lord have mercy. He was tasty.
So Daddy Charles, let's provide some context. So
So
me
why
and Rose-
I'm not being rude. Like, they are edible.
this will make sense in a minute. So me and Rose hadn't been living together very long. I didn't know Rose before she moved in with me, and for some bonding experience, I thought it would be a good shout to bake some cakes together, and it was a coronation.
I do think it was my idea.
Was it?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
baking anyway, and then I was like, bake
Wait,
with
were
me.
you not
yeah.
both really intoxicated? Because you were coming to, yeah, we were coming to the party the next day.
But it was a barbecue. It was the coronation.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
it's a
coronation barbecue that we were having,
Picture
yeah.
this: Queen Lizzie's passed.
Popped a clogs.
Queen Lizzie's popped her clogs, and we
Aw.
used that death as a way to bond us together.
Create a union in her name.
So Rose is busy going to make cupcakes, and we think, do you know what? Let's celebrate.
I wasn't making cupcakes because Queen Elizabeth died. Can I just preface this? I was making cupcakes
No, I don't know what the reason was.
for the coronation barbecue.
I
Our
see.
friend was hosting a
coronation barbecue.
King Charles coronation barbecue.
And we were all
event.
bringing something, I remember.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I'll bring cupcakes.
Yeah, I was baking cupcakes for that. I wasn't like,
right, yeah.
amazing Queen Lizzie's
said,
died,
let's
make some
make
cupcakes.
Let's
Yeah,
eat
that
some
was-
sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so that's the context.
So that's the context. So we start baking, you know how it is, and then thought it would be a good idea to go
You know
get
how
some
it
tea. You know
is.
how it is, baking away, very vibes. And then we thought it'd be a good idea to go get some decorations, and obviously it needs to be coronation themed, so red, white, blue. So we're busy going to the shops, driving around,
And
singing
we
our
were-
hearts.
We were
our
acting
hearts out.
drunk, weren't we?
Acting.
Yeah, it was about midnight.
Yeah.
Walking around
Just acting.
No,
this
but we
Tesco,
actually were.
big Tesco, literally like we were drunk. I've never. It was like I was on some sort of high.
It was
Like,
so funny.
I was high on life completely.
But like when I say this, I actually do genuinely mean it. We weren't drunk.
But we did pretend we were because of
Yeah,
how
embarrassing
shit
it
the
was.
cakes were the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get all our decorations, and then wait, how did the conversation come about to put? So we're making cupcakes, got decorations, and we're gonna decorate them. We're like, how do we decorate these cakes? How did we say? How
Wait.
did we?
What your secret ingredient? Please, can we just share that with them?
Ingredient.
What was it? Oh, the food dye.
No,
Oh.
the dust.
Yeah, whilst we were making these cupcakes, I'm not gonna lie, some things happened that we just
Can never speak of.
that we can never speak of until now.
But I don't forget because I ate one of those cupcakes.
So as we
So
were
did I.
getting,
I chose to eat one and I knew what was in them.
yeah, as we were getting stuff down from like above the kitchen unit, some dust may have fallen into the
It wasn't
mixture.
just dust, it was
May-
like...
Dust
may
and
not
shards
have.
of wooden box falling into the mixture. And we're like, fuck it. let's
Extra
just keep
crunch.
We
stirring
just
it.
mixed it in and got on
We
with
just mixed it, got on with the job, did what we needed to do.
Had
And
a deadline
then-
to meet.
We
You met
had
it.
a deadline, exactly. And then, yeah, we go to ice it, and you know, there's loads of cakes, so we think
We should write something.
we should write something. So
like a letter on each cake.
I don't know what the original plan was.
It was supposed... I swear the original
King
plan was like
Charles or
King
something.
Charles.
We don't have enough cake.
R.I.P. Lizzie.
No, we did. We had too
No.
many. We had too many. We had one extra than we needed.
Oh.
So that's where, rather than King, we thought
Oh,
Daddy.
Daddy Charles came into play. So
Was born.
there we are.
Daddy Charles.
Daddy Charles came to life.
Took on his
Um,
persona.
And the best part was as well is that we bought this like blue tube icing to write with. When we got
Yeah, what we
back,
thought
it
was
turns out it was
icing.
food colouring. So it was just like pure food
It was
colouring. on
pure
top.
food colouring, so if you ate it, your mouth was like immediately blue. Which
And
was
then-
not ideal.
So we went to the barbecue. We were so embarrassed about the state of these cupcakes.
No, I thought they looked alright.
Okay.
Daddy Charles, what a way to bring people together. I had never met any of these people at this barbecue before either, so it was like hey, just bought some cupcakes. It does say Daddy Charles, but just look past that.
We
and
were like,
please
we were
me.
so drunk last night. We made this.
Yeah,
we
we made up this
so
lie that
drunk.
we were so drunk. Yeah, that
But
was
we
an
were-
absolute lie. We were just giggling at the fact we put Daddy Charles on there.
Yeah.
Which I think is literally us saying the word daddy bonded us together. I did.
It did.
So,
Daddy,
thank
Daddy.
Charles, is all I can say.
And
Daddy
then
issues.
one of my favourite parts of this story is that there was a guy at the barbecue and he was eating one of the cupcakes
Oh my god.
and he was like, oh, it's like a really nice filling in the middle. It's like a lemon filling.
And that's called uncooked. Uncooked
That's
batter.
That's called raw ham.
They
Sorry.
weren't even cooked.
We were just like, yeah,
Yeah, we put it in there
the
specially.
filling.
They're like, oh, some of them on the bottom where it didn't get cooked properly. And I think he got the dud one, I remember.
Yeah.
But he was like, these are really, really nice because he fancied Poppy.
I'm not gonna
No,
lie, these
the
were big
cupcakes are great.
cupcakes. They were chunky
They
boys.
were
They
Big
were.
Daddy cupcakes.
They were big daddy.
So, there
thanks,
you
Charles.
go.
On that
There's-
big daddy note.
On that big
So thanks, Daddy Charles. Thanks, Lizzie.
Thanks, Halfords.
Thanks, Alfred.
Halfords.
Really. Just shout out
Thanks,
all round.
McDonald's.
Basically, the reason this podcast exists is because of McDonald's, King Charles, and Halfords.
Yeah.
What a great name.
What a
For the
great
pod.
name.
Yeah.
The
What?
pod episode.
McDonald's, King Charles. That's a good episode
Yeah.
name. McDonald's. That's going to seem so weird. Episode 1 of Dumb Blonde Teachers is called McDonald's, Halfords, and
Daddy
Daddy Charles.
Okay, maybe I'll think of it.
If you want to see more of our
Dumb and teacher.
dumb and teacher, what?
Yeah. that was one of them. You know, oh wait, dumb blonde and the dumb blonde and the teacher.
Yeah, I'm really confused, but we're
That's the dumb blonde in you.
it is the dumb blonde in me. So we are all blonde. We are
yeah.
all teachers, and evidently we are very dumb, especially when it comes to cars.
Yeah.
If you've enjoyed listening, have a look. I am yet to, but when this goes out, will have made as an Instagram and a TikTok.
Oh, how exciting!
We're not going to do Facebook. Who goes on Facebook?
No.
Right, my mum.
Unless you guys wanted to, let us know.
Yeah. If we get a thousand,
Give us a tweet.
1,000 listens, we'll make a Facebook. Yeah, so just follow us wherever. I'll link everything below, and we'll catch you next week for another episode of Dumb Blonde Teacher.
See you later, skaters.
Alligators.
Kangaroo.